Here is Josh's freestyle underwater. See him going, and we've got those hands moving up and down, and we've got a little bit of separation. This really kind of shows me how you've got just kind of your fingers interlocked. Make sure your fingers are lined up on top of one another. You're lining up your fingers on top of one another, your hands, your wrists, and your forearms. That's going to make roll tight. Make sure on those hands up in front that you really do have that thumb clamped down on the bottom hand to keep those hands from separating. As we go through, your eyeballs are looking in front of you just a little bit through here. Okay, your eyes are kind of looking that way. Make sure they're looking down. That way you're going to keep your body in that good straight body line, and that's going to help you move forward as well as eventually stay on top of the surface. As we're going through, you're using a lot of your power, and so we have a ton of bubbles on those hands. You got to make sure you're a little bit more patient with that stroke. Get a little bit more extension out in front of you. So as soon as that hand hits the water, don't pull right away. Just get a little bit further. That's going to utilize your height just a little bit more, and then you're going to be able to get more out of it. As we see, just your hand is coming in, you're pressing down, and you're starting to go through. When that hand enters here, you're actually going to want to try and get just a little bit more extension forward before then getting your elbow rolled over for that high elbow catch to then press back on the water. Make sure you keep that chin down, keep control of your head. Every time you go to breathe, you tend to pick up that head a little bit. So just really think about trying to get just a little bit more control over your body. The funny thing about swimming is the strokes will do a lot of the work for you. Your pole will rotate your body from side to side, and right now what it looks like is you're actually having to work just a little bit harder than what you really need to. So just keep it up. Work on getting a little bit more extension on your reach, and you should hopefully be able to get rid of all those bubbles on the hands and actually have a much stronger freestyle pull. Nice job. Here's Josh's freestyle on the above water. As we move this start forward, he's pulling those elbows back a little bit on the start. I'd like to see those arms just go straight forward. He's not getting a whole lot of power out of his arms. They're just kind of relaxing, and then he just pulls them back and then sends them forward. As we go through here, he's relaxing a little bit through those legs, so you're seeing them bend, so not nearly as clean of an entry. Pretty good breakout there, maybe a touch late, so just start swimming a little bit sooner. And as we go through, the big thing we're going to want to see is as you do go to breathe, you have that tendency to, your body line is kind of there, but then at the very end you lift that head up, so you don't have what we would like to call a neutral body position, which would be just that straight line from through your spine all the way to your head. So make sure you're working on keeping your chin down so that you're looking more at the bottom of the pool versus what's up in front. Get you going in as we go through the turn. I know we are a little bit close to the wall. I'd like to see as soon as you tuck up on that last stroke, so right there, you're going to tuck up. Make sure your heels are getting tucked up at that point in time. Your heels have not quite tucked up yet, so we want to make sure that they're getting around. That'll help you get a little bit quicker through that turn, so then you're not dropping those hips down as low as they are through that turn. The slower you go through a turn, the harder it is to keep your hips nice and high in the water, so then you're not dragging. That kick does tend to build up and then it kind of drops down. Just really focus, especially when sprinting, that you just focus on your kick and your heels and your feet and legs just staying in that up and down motion the whole time, not thinking really about a whole lot else other than that. As we go through that finish, we're going to see that you're lifting your head up right there. We want to make sure, especially in the last 5 yards. So as we look at the lane ropes, from there to there, you're going to want to make sure that you keep your head down for that finish so that you don't get touched out by somebody. So you're lifting up, and you probably could have actually kept your head down, finished right there on a good long stroke, but then you end up taking that breath and an extra stroke. So make sure, just keep things nice and long on that stroke and kind of watch how you're breathing in the last 5 yards and making sure just really reach for that wall so that you can get other people touched out. Nice job, Josh.